on the right side and Kuzmeski on the left. In goal, as I mentioned, it'll be Austin Shaw, so we'll see if he can replicate his effort from yesterday as he looks to make it 2 wins in 2. Wildcats bounced back from a 5-4 loss against the Minnesota Magicians, and it was one that really left a sour taste in the mouth of the Wildcats players. They pretty much unanimously said after the fact that those were 2 points they let slip through their fingers, and they were hungry to come out yesterday and prove that they were ready to go, and they did exactly that, outshooting Minnesota in the first period. The Wilderness would respond, however, but like I said, Austin Shaw was equal to the task in all aspects of the game, as he was able to backstop the Wildcats to a win. This is the 4th and final game here for both of these teams at the North American Hockey League Showcase, and for their part, the Michigan Warriors are looking to pick up their first win. They're 0-3 thus far, and here's a more concerning statistic for Mo Mantha and company. 3 goals for and 14 goals against for the Warriors, and this is a team that 1 year ago came out on fire at the showcase and rode that hot start to a 30-20-10 record and made it all the way to the North American Hockey League semifinals before they lost to Fairbanks in the Robertson Cup semis. Fairbanks, of course, the eventual national champions, although they're off to a bit of a slow start as well. They got upended by the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees yesterday 6-3, but more on that and the rest of those games as we progress, as we'll start to take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Pelican's Restaurant, and we'll first bring you the Michigan Warriors. Starting up top on the left side, it'll be A.J. Marcinek out of Byron Center, Michigan. A left-handed shot sitting at 6 foot, 175 pounds. He's a 94 birth year. Cam Jorgensen will be the center out of Waterford, Michigan. 5'10", 195 pounds for the 94 birth year. A lot of 94s on this team. This is not a young team from Michigan. On the right wing, it'll be Connor Durgan, 6'2", 200 pounds. A big body on that right side. Right-hand shot playing on his strong hand, as he will round out the starting forwards. On the blue line, it'll be Ryan Doherty. Doherty standing at 5'11", 200 pounds out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. A left-hand shot and another 94 birth year. Cody Antonini will pair with him on the right side of the point, as he stands at 5'9", 175 pounds out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And starting in net, it'll be Trevor Gorsuch out of St. Charles, Missouri. 6'2", 205 pounds and another 94 birth year. Head coach of the Warriors is Mo Mantha, and the assistant coach is John Jepson. And if it seemed like I said a lot of the players were from Michigan, that's because they were. 12 of the players in this starting 21 for the Warriors, or in the starting 20 for the Warriors, are from the Mitten State. Now for the starting lineups for your Wichita Falls Wildcats. On the left side, it'll be Austin Beaulieu, 5'9", 170 pounds, a Alabama Huntsville commit. He has 2 assists to his credit thus far in 4 games played. A little bit snake bit, though, as he's had a couple of really good chances to pick up his first career goal and has hit the iron a couple of times, has put it just wide, and has been robbed. We'll see if he can find the back of the net today. Centering him will be Tommy Apap. He found his first career goal yesterday, a goal and 2 assists for Mr. Apap out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan for the 96 native. He has yet to make a commitment, but expect that to be coming at some point in the early stages of this season, as he's been getting a lot of interest here at this showcase. Colin Staub will be on the right wing. He's got 3 assists in 4 games played out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Staub stands at 6'1" and has slimmed down significantly from his sophomore campaign, as he is down to 195 pounds, and you can tell in the way he's able to get a step on his defenders. A much smoother and slicker skater this year. He's picked up a step as Colin Staub. On the blue line, it'll be Matt Cook. On the left side, 6'1", 195 pounds out of Hastings, Minnesota. The 95 birth year picked up his first career goal yesterday. He has 3 points in the first 4 games played of the season. Pairing with him will be Cam Knight, as that D-tandem will continue to play together. Like I mentioned, starting to develop real nice chemistry on that pairing. 6'1", 190 pounds out of North Reading, Mass. for Mr. Knight, who has not been credited with the assists yet, but will have 2 assists added from yesterday's contest, bringing his point total to 4 in 4 games. And starting in net, Austin Shaw at 6'4", 205 pounds out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. He was a 6th-round draft pick by the Wildcats in this summer's North American Hockey League entry draft, and he posted shutout in yesterday's action, turning aside all 31 shots he faced. Head coach of the Wildcats is John LaFontaine in his first season, as the assistant coach is Chris Saransky in his second season, as we will pause for the national anthem here in Blaine. Formalities out of the way, we are set for action here from rink number 2 at Schwann Super Rink as the Wildcats look to close out the 2014 North American Hockey League showcase on a high note. Cats wearing their road black sweaters as they'll skate from left to right in this first period. That's Q to P across your keyboard if you're joining us on YouTube. Coming back the other way are the Michigan Warriors wearing their white sweaters with the red shoulder plates and the blue numbering, as they will skate from P to Q across your keyboard. Tonight's officials, Corey Denbach is the referee with the orange stripes on his arms. Dylan Pepper and John Tulliu are the linesmen. It will be APAP to go in the draw against Cam Jorgensen. Cody Kuster against APAP, as Denbach will bring them together. And the puck is down. We're underway here in the fourth and final game of the North American Hockey League showcase, as off the draw, this is controlled by the Warriors. It's on the stick of Mitch Wedding. He tries to play it up ahead, and right away we'll get our first whistle just 9 seconds into this first period as it works its way into the face-off will ensue as both teams will decline to change units. Draw. Staub tries to step forward, has it dispossessed, as now it's forced to the far side wall. Good step there by Matt Cook to hold his own, but it caromed off a skate and kicks into the neutral zone for Cam Knight. Knight with a nice little pass there through some traffic as Staub was retreating, as Cook will take it and play it back along to Knight. Knight, Beaulieu has his stick tied up, no icing here, as they'll hustle around to it. Mitch Wedding the first to it for the Warriors. Nice keep here by Cook. He'll hold, dust off the puck, and play it down for APAP in the corner. APAP couldn't handle it cleanly. Now on a second effort, he'll re-corral. APAP ragging, looking to go somewhere with it. Serves it down low for Staub. Staub tries to spin away from the check and plays it along to Beaulieu. Beaulieu clears out from the corner now. Beaulieu still with the puck on his backhand. Serves down low for APAP. APAP pass into the slot. Staub's shot goes wide of the cage. Puck loose on the back of the net. Beaulieu trying to dig it free, and finally he'll be able to do so. Now it's Staub tied up behind the net. That's Mitch Wedding riding him to a wall. Nice job by Staub to step away. Staub reverses for Beaulieu. Up to the point in Cook. Cook towards the net through some traffic. Sticked away there by the goaltender. This one is cleared but not out. APAP holding on. He'll serve it for Beaulieu. Beaulieu trying to spin out in front, and his wrap chance just skitters wide of the post. And we get a whistle as I think the net popped off its moorings, indeed, as Tiger Howitt, the goaltender, force that one wide as Beaulieu tried to step out in front. 18:40 remaining in the first period. No score just yet as the Wildcats have controlled the early goings of this period. Off the draw, it's into the neutral zone. Knifed out of midair there nicely by the Warriors as stepping forward is Marcinick. A.J. Marcinick, Townsend will take him off the play, but getting it right back is Connor Durgan. To the far side it goes, as that's Durgan losing out to Nikita Litviak. Played along to Townsend. Townsend now gains the offensive blue line. Gets a step there, loses possession briefly, re-corrals. Now he's ridden off it, but Litviak will come along to help out. Puck loose in front of the Warriors cage. It's picked up by Michigan, where once again the Wildcats will re-corral in the neutral zone. It's Farmer. Hard pass off the boards to Litviak. Litviak at the right side half wall. Rides off a check towards the back door. There was nobody there as Farmer had worked towards the front of the net, and Falconer was at the right circle. Cleared all the way down. No icing here, as first to this one is going to be Colin Horton. Horton had it checked away from him, though, by an alert Townsend, and up the ice comes Cole Nichols. Back to Townsend. Townsend will float this one into the far side corner as the Wildcats are on a change. All the way down here, but gaining the red line first was Ryan Burr, so no icing here. Onto the puck is Eric Yeager, playing in his third game for the Wildcats after suffering a lower body injury at the start of the year. Nice job there by Hinchin to step up and swat that loose puck into the offensive zone. Wildcats will set up the forecheck as Evan Oakley will go in. Yeager in the neutral zone has it dispossessed as trying to step forward here. The Warriors tied up there on a nice back check was number 13, and we're going to get a whistle here. An offside play against the Warriors. 17-13 remaining in the first period, and we'll get a face-off. No score just yet. Wildcats carrying the early goings of this first period. A lot of offensive zone time for the Cats thus far. Austin Shaw has not had to make a save yet. It's on the stick of Hinchin. On to Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski will slam it off to the near side boards. Will Fontaine couldn't handle. Looking to lumber forward now with Mitch Wedding. He gained the red line and played it in deep. Behind the net there, that's Mark McGee. He's ridden off it as Kuzmeski will play this one out. Fontaine pokes it forward. It's a foot race. This is going to be icing, though. As closest to it was Mitch Wedding ahead of Austin Albrecht. Draw coming for the Wildcats. Reminder, this first period of action brought to you by American Classified. It's Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing. FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. The Wildcats are able to clear out. Albrecht in on the forecheck. He's not able to grab it there. It's in the skates of Subri, but regaining possession and starting it forward now are the Warriors. At the top of the zone, this is a shot towards the net, and it's deflected, but Shaw was able to make the save. That coming off the stick of Andrew Barbeau. Back along to the near side on the half wall, it's LaFontaine. His pass too far into the neutral zone. Albrecht at the end of his shift will circle back to the bench for a change. Man pass up to Jonathan Evans. Evans gets a stick to it. No icing now as Cam Knight will take the hit of Cody Custer and play it along farther. Knight dispossessed, however, as this is Horton behind the net. Centered out in front, and Shaw is able to make a save. Nelly back up to the point. Shot saved, spilled. Oh, and a good break there for the Wildcats as Corey Denbach lost sight of that one. That was spilled dangerously by Shaw. That's a good break there for Wichita Falls, as that was sitting in a very dangerous area. We're in here to rink number 2 at Schwann Super Rink. No score with just over 4 minutes played in the first. Off the draw, here's Cam Knight. He's stripped in the offensive zone. A shot whistles wide of the cage off the stick of Jonathan Evans. Side corner, Warriors still possess. It's back up to the point. Staub with a good job to tie his man up at the blue line there, and then he's hauled down to the ice. No call up coming, but he was able to force the puck out of the offensive zone of the Warriors. Cam Knight along to Beaulieu on the far side half wall. Beaulieu trying to step towards the middle and start the rush. Beaulieu tries to go back cross ice for Staub. It was intercepted as now Cam Knight will receive some support from Beaulieu. Now along to Matt Cook. Cook. Pass cross ice, trying to find Apap. Apap sweeps this one towards the cage of Tiger Howitt. Left behind there as Staub tries to pull it free from the stick of Ryan Doherty. Doherty will step away from Staub as Collin will come to the bench for a change. Hard cross ice pass. First to it here is going to be Cole Nichols. Nichols, Chicago, Illinois native, plays this one up the ice for Litviak. Litviak, nice leave there for Farmer. Farmer with a step in front. Farmer! His shot is saved there by Howitt as he wasn't able to get all of it on the backhand. What explosive skating there from Nick Farmer to just burn by everyone. Farmer let it go under his stick. He thought he had a man in front of him. Instead, it's played there by Lichtenvoort. Lichtenvoort around to the near side half wall as the Warriors have possession and will start the breakout. That was the first good chance of the period for either team, really, as Cole Nichols is tied up on the wall. Gets some support from Falconer as Falconer touches this one along to Townsend behind the net. Quickly to Farmer. Farmer through the middle of the ice for Litviak. Litviak will take it wide on the right wing wall. He has it poked away from him as he was getting ready to load a shot as this is up the ice. Almost too many men on the ice against the Warriors as Kuzmeski plays this one in. Wildcats are in the midst of a change as well. On the puck here is Brandon Wolf from Michigan. Sent it towards the front of the net and a good back check there by Eric Yeager to cancel his man off and keep Tyler Grote from pulling the trigger in the slot. Behind the net here is Berardinelli. Sent out in front there. Skitters wide of the cage on the near side. Once more with it, here's Tyler Grote. Grote trying to turn at the top of the zone. He'll play it back down low for Berardinelli as this is Oakley putting his man under some pressure, and we're going to get a whistle here. And there's going to be a penalty upcoming, and it's going to be against the Wildcats as it looks like it's going to be Evan Oakley getting 2 minutes for an elbowing. Check that. It'll be a slashing call against Mr. Oakley, so he'll sit for 2 minutes. The Cats will head to the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill for the first time this morning. 6 for 6 on the PK yesterday were the Wildcats. We'll see if they can keep that streak going. It was a much improved effort on the PK than what we saw in the first 2 games here in this showcase. At the outside of the circle, here's Grote. Tyler Grote plays it to the corner, slapped up to the boards there where it'll be taken, but served right back down low. Grote shot off the leg of Knight, goes away to the half wall. Mitch Wedding on the far side. Over skating it there was Matt Cook. Wedding will come along and spike this one back down low. Comes back to the near side where stepping onto it there was Barbeau. Barbeau left it for Grote. Hard pass along to Wedding. Lively Karam off the far side wall, but Wedding will hold his own. Back behind the cage of Shaw. First to it here is going to be Brandon Wolf. Wolf back down for Grote once more. Grote to Wolf. Looking to out in front. Saucer pass up to the blue line. Here's Wedding holding. Backdoor for Grote. He couldn't pull the trigger as the pass was in his skates. Grote back up to Wedding at the middle of the blue line. Slap shot blocked down in front. Puck is still loose. Trying to pull it free are a couple of Warriors as two men tangle and tumble down to the ice, but Wedding still holds. Slap shot off the post. It rang the post and landed right on the stick of Matt Cook, and he'll serve it all the way down the ice. Good break there for the Wildcats as they have 55 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Barbeau quickly up the ice. That is onside, barely, says Pepper, the linesman. Missed one in my opinion, but back down low, here's Colin Horton. Horton will take this one away. He'll serve it softly behind, looking for Marcinek. Marcinek shot towards the net, and Shaw will glove and hold with 12:20 remaining in the first period. 35 seconds remaining in the Wildcats penalty kill, brought to you by Gilmore's Collision Center. Box, 2 minutes for splashing. At 6:16 of the first period. Sent all the way down the ice as this will force Ryan Doherty back to collect. 17 seconds remaining on the penalty, and this will be whistled offside here. Down to the ice was Colin Horton. He got trapped under Jake Townsend. 12 minutes even remaining in the first period. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty. Evan Oakley. Hey, look who it is. Mr. Kellen Wassell making an appearance here at the Blaine Showcase. Face-off will ensue for APAP and Mr. Colin Horton. Right off the draw, Nichols will spike this one all the way down, and that should do it in the last few seconds of this first period here. Ice, here's Ryan Doherty. He'll take a drop pass and look to continue on. Played off to the far side. Leaving it behind there was Lichtenborg as Oakley is out of the box, but this is going to be too many men on the ice. And that's a sloppy change there as Oakley stepped out of the box. He was coming to the bench, and Albrecht was a little early stepping onto the ice, and the puck tangled up in their skates. So the Wildcats get a little bit careless, and looks like they'll head right back to the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill. Many men on the ice. The linesman was right on top of it. Chalked that one up to shaking off the early morning cobwebs. 9:30 local time here in Blaine, Minnesota. Breakfast hockey for you here on a Saturday morning. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. It's off the draw, trying to clear the zone, but not able to, are the Wildcats. Held in at the point. It's Andrew Barbeau now. Barbeau will look to play this one back down low, and he's able to find Tyler Grote. Grote will play it back up to the blue line. Grote now gets it back once more. Grote circling towards the middle. Grote in the slot. His shot is sent away to the far side corner. Now on it for the Wildcats, it's Sherazin, his first shift of the game. Sherazin looking for somewhere to go with it. He can't clear the zone quite yet as Grote will play this one up to the point for Andrew Barbeau. Barbeau looking to go back down low with it. He finds Grote. Barbeau, slap shot well wide of the cage, looking for a deflection. None was forthcoming. Wildcats are able to clear as Eric Yeager will fight this one all the way down the ice. Quickly back up for Tyler Grote as the Cats were changing. Here's Grote putting on the brakes. Nice job by Townsend to disrupt the play, but Grote gets it right back and plays it down low. The Warriors have responded well after the Wildcats carried the first bit of play, but now here's Farmer rushing along shorthanded. Here's Farmer, top of the circle. His shot saved, popped up into the air into a juicy area, but Staub was overskating it as he was crashing on the far side. Onside play, just barely into the middle, and clearing that one away is Colin Staub on the back check as he's not able to clear the zone, however, as holding it in at the point was Ryan Doherty. Doherty will play this one down low, and he finds a teammate down there. That was Berardinelli. Berardinelli stripped there by Townsend. He's hooked from behind, and this will be a penalty as Berardinelli is going to get a tripping call. As 10:15 remaining in the first period, we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds here from Blaine, Minnesota, and then the Wildcats will have an abbreviated power play. It'll be Berardinelli. He'll sit 2 minutes for tripping there, as the Cats will move to the 4-on-4, and the faceoff will shift down to the offensive zone to the left of Tiger Howitt. Farmer is looking lively, playing his fourth game in 4 days. He still looks like he's got a lot left in those legs. The faceoff will be taken by Subri against Colin Horton. Subri washed out because the Wildcats were late getting in there, so LaFontaine, a natural centerman, will step in from the right wing. He wins it to the corner. Subri tied up there as now he tries to pull it loose. Taking it away was Lichtenvoort. Nice little move there to get around LaFontaine. He'll play it back to Ryan Burr, as Burr will send this one towards the cage of Shaw. Couldn't stick it away cleanly, but it got trapped under his leg pad, and he'll hold on. 9:59 remaining in the first period. 18 seconds of 4-on-4 time remaining. And the Wildcats will be on an abbreviated power play. No score this far. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. As we remind you that Wildcats Hockey is presented by Armored Roofing. Back along to the top of the circle, holding on a shot there was Burr. Back up to the blue line, shot blocked there off the leg. Lichtenvoort now a one-timer, and Shaw was able to make the save, as that one might have slammed wide of the cage anyway. Easily taken away there. Now Kuzmeski could be a 3-on-1. Wildcats are on the power play. Kuzmeski, his shot, saved. Rebound there is spilled. Cleared, but not all the way out. Litviak loading in the slot. Can't pull it away from his skates. Now he does. His shot blocked there, and it caroms away to the near side point. Brave block there on the back check by Ryan Burr. Cats still in possession as they're on the power play for the next minute 10. Wildcats trying to get their power play unit on as LaFontaine comes to the bench and Oakley gets on. Cook and Townsend trade places now at the top of the right circle. Now down outside the right circle in the corner, it's Litviak back up to Cook. Cook looking to go backdoor. It's knocked out of midair, and Staub will have to retrieve off the wall. Staub gets up to the left point, trying to shake inside a man there. That's Dietrich. He found Townsend. Townsend now Cook. One-timer deflects and hits the outside of the cage there as the net ripple caused a couple of Wildcats to react on the bench. Here's Staub taking it away. Staub, Shields, gets it along to Cook. Cook walking towards the middle. His shot wide. Rebound, follow-up. Oakley, it's bounding around. It's loose in the crease. They can't pull the trigger, and somehow it doesn't go. And it will be cleared down. Staub couldn't direct it home as he had the entire net to aim at, as now Staub is tied up behind the play. No call up coming, as that forces the Wildcats to waste a few more seconds. Oakley, onside play. Hill's trying to spin it along for Litviak to pull free. Litviak does, but this skitters along to the far side in the last 10 seconds of the Wildcats power play, and it's sent all the way down there by Mark McGee. Townsend slings this one cross ice to Farmer. Farmer overskated as we're back to 5-on-5. Corralling in the neutral zone, it's Townsend. Back along to Farmer through the middle of the ice. Litviak tries to kick it along to himself. He wasn't able to do so. Nice recovery there by Farmer to fish it up ahead to Falconer. Falconer in a 2-on-2. His shot easily knocked away there by Tiger Howitt. Falconer tries to reverse back down low. He'll take it away now with some space on his backhand. Falconer, turnaround shot. Forehand there is knocked aside, and Litviak will pick this one up on the near side corner. Litviak trying to step towards the net now. Litviak trying to turn, gets a shot away. Stick handle save there by Howitt as he had put his blocker on the ice. Gloving it down in the neutral zone is Nichols. Nichols to Litviak in front of his own bench area. Turned over here, but Farmer will recollect and sling it back to the near side. Kuzmeski will chip this one farther ahead for Farmer. Farmer is not able to hold the zone as Albrecht was ridden off as he was trying to hold the blue line. And we'll get a neutral zone face-off with 7:29 remaining in the first. Face-off will be on the near side in front of us, as the Wildcats are looking to get back on the front foot. They started very brightly in the first few minutes of this period. However, a couple of power plays for the Warriors has given Michigan some life, as this one is played behind the cage of Shaw. He's not able to reach. First to it behind the net. Apap tries to take his man off the puck. That was Jonathan Evans down low. It works its way up to the point for Doherty, but he couldn't hold it in with his right skate, as hustling back is Cody Antonini. Antonini way up the wall. Headman pass finds Doherty. Doherty, his shot saved and held there by Shaw as a little bit extra, as now Hinchin going at it with Jonathan Evans. It was actually Evans who took the shot. And we'll get a whistle. 7:01 remaining in the first period, as Denbeck will send everybody back to their respective benches. Shaw was able to fight that one up and swallow up the rebound. Face off to the left of Mr. Shaw coming up with just over 7 minutes remaining in the first period in the 0-0 hockey game. Yeager off the face-off, good clean win as he'll play it off the boards for Sherazin. Sherazin on the all-Air Force line will play this one farther and going after it. Can't beat Grote to the puck, but a nice check there by Sherazin to keep this one alive for the Wildcats. Slung back to the far side as there is Matt Cook tying it up just inside the offensive blue line. Where's the puck as finally Denbach will blow this one dead, as I think it got lodged in the paraphernalia of Mr. Cook on the far side. Not sure where it is. It's somewhere, and he's getting some help from the Michigan bench area. Either way, they're able to get the puck free, and we'll get a neutral zone face-off. Nice little magic trick there by Mr. Cook. A little disappearing act there with the puck as Yeager will take the draw against Cody Custer. Round here is Cody Antonini. Turned over. Oakley's shot saved there by Howard. He didn't know where it was and started walking on his knees away from the goal line to keep that one from trickling through. 6:32 remaining in the first period. Wildcats starting to get the offensive zone cycle working a little bit there as Oakley, Yeager, and Sherzin starting to develop some chemistry. First time these three have played together this season. Off the draw. It's Oakley now. He'll take it to the near side corner. Oakley trying to shield the puck. He does so. Plays it for Yeager now. Yeager serves it down low for Oakley. Oakley trying to step away from Barbo. He's tied up against the wall there. As the puck is loose, Yeager can't find it. It was in his feet, and he couldn't turn around and get a shot away. Nice stick there by Cook to keep the Warriors from breaking away, but they'll get it out and start up the ice nonetheless on a second effort. Trying to step through was Dietrich. Dietrich has it hacked off his stick. No call-up coming as here's Berardinelli. Shot in the high slot. Deflects wide of the Canes there. Getting a stick on that in the slot was Yeager. Back up to the point for Barbo once more. Slap pass. Backdoor Shaw with a save. He's not able to cover as he stretched out the big right pad there to keep that one out as unable to elevate on the back door as a Warrior skater. Shot. Blocked down in traffic. It's loose there in some feet as Yeager will pick it up and take it behind the net. Saucer pass up to Oakley. He settles. Tries to find Sherzin. Sherzin will glove it down. Now he has a step. Can't get a shot away. His weak little effort is easily sticked aside there as he was back checked off it legally so. And Townsend will corral in the neutral zone. Townsend play this one down towards the corner. Now looking to serve it out in front. He does. Puck loose there in the slot. Where is it? It's still in some feet. Picking it up now are the Wildcats as it's Nichols. He'll get it down to Oakley on the far side. Rather, that's Albrecht with a nice spin trying to maintain possession as now he's stripped. And the Warriors will look to come up the ice. It's Berardinelli. Good step there by Townsend. Townsend will take it forward and tries to play it along for Albrecht. Albrecht wasn't able to read that play as here's Berardinelli onside. Berardinelli shot easily knocked away to the far side glass there by Austin Shaw. Albrecht chips it off the glass to himself. Couldn't settle the bouncing puck for a clean pass as this is going to be an offside play against the Warriors. And that was Durgan, and realistically, this one should come all the way down because Durgan was very clearly offside and touched it up anyway. Well, they'll put it at center ice anyway. 4:49 remaining in the first period and a 0-0 score. Face-off, taking it away there were the Warriors. As this is cleared all the way down, is it going to head towards the cage of Shaw? It will, so no icing. As he'll stick this one along for Kuzmeski to keep play moving. Hinchin reverses back to Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski through the middle of the ice. Nice pass to find Falconer. Could be a 3-on-2 as Farmer has it at the top of the right circle. Farmer holding his shot from a bad angle there as it was easily saved. Tied up there was Falconer, but Whitfiak gets it. Backdoor for Farmer, and he swatted at it, and it jumped over his stick. He directed it towards the net, but it skittered just wide. Falconer, that was a great feed from Whitfiak there as this one works its way to the near side corner in the last 4:10 of the period. Looking to motor ahead now and sending this one in deep is Marcinek. Shaw out from his cage to play it there. He'll leave it along for Shane Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski. Staub. Banks this one off the boards and looks to win the race. He does so. Ridden hard into the wall, but Beaulieu first to it there as he'll curl away and get it to Kuzmeski at the point. Kuzmeski reverses for Beaulieu. Beaulieu has it poked away from him, and it rolls back to Kuzmeski in the neutral zone. Kuzmeski got it up to Staub. No icing here as Apap sends it in front looking for Beaulieu, and a good defensive stick there from number 14 on the Warriors. Kept that one from going all the way through. Cook, good step there in the neutral zone. He'll gain the offensive zone. Looking to rag it and let his teammates get in on side. Staub, he's tied up there by his man. That was Ryan Doherty behind the net. Beaulieu trying to fight through the check. Staub gets it along to Beaulieu. Beaulieu behind the net there. Pressed hard into the wall by Cody Antonini, but he was able to hold on to it and get it to Staub. Here's Staub. Tries to play out in front. Apap was there waiting. Couldn't get his stick free, so the puck is now in the corner. Staub. Apap. Nice little pass to find Knight. Right back to Apap. He'll play it into the far side corner as Beaulieu is the first to it. Beaulieu tries to pass it up to the point. Knight will settle his shot. Easily kicked aside there by the skate of Cody Antonini in the slot as this one is gloved down by Knight in the neutral zone again. Cody Knight has really acclimated himself to the North American Hockey. Cam Knight, has acclimated himself to the North American Hockey League very well in the early goings of the season. This will be icing here against the Wildcats in the last 2:40 of the first period. No score, 0-0, as shots in the early goings of this one favor say it's 3-1 in favor of Michigan, but point streak has yet to update here. Of course, they also say it's the first intermission there, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with the point streak. Get it together down there, guys, as off the draw here is Matt Cook serving it along, but it's held at the point by Wedding for the Warriors. Wedding. Pass is intercepted there, but taking it off the half wall now, here's Michigan. Trying to pull the trigger and not able to do so was A.J. Marcinek, as Cam Knight will pick this one up. Knight gets it along to Sharazin. Sharazin through the middle of the ice. Onside play for Knight. Now Oakley on his backhand. His soft little effort is saved and held by Tiger Howitt. 2:15 remaining in the first period. Still no score here on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Ben Horner with you as we're bringing you a morning edition of Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing. Thanks so much for getting up with us here on your Saturday morning, starting your weekend off right, as the Cats are looking to finish out the showcase on a high note with a win, as here's Nichols towards the net, blockered away there as Oakley is the first to it. Oakley tries to play out in front. Now we'll put on the brakes and leave it there. He'll recollect as now he's forced towards the corner. Ridden into the wall there. A good battle by Oakley as Yeager is coming along to support, but unable to fish it free now are the Warriors. Here's Oakley spitting away from the check of Barbo. Oakley's trying to step out in front. Oakley, good individual effort there, but one move too many as this one is at the offensive blue line of the Wildcats and just able to clear there are the Warriors. Trying to step along here is Michigan. Hauled down off it from behind. No call up coming was as Dietrich went down to the ice as Townsend plays this one along too far for Nichols. Last 90 seconds of the opening frame. Townsend goes down and does a split, but he's able to get back to his skates and find Yeager. Yeager takes a hack there from Dietrich, will circle back and play it along as here's Yeager once more. Yeager outside the zone, gets it for Sharazin. Sharazin has it poked away from him. He'll retreat back to the blue line and tries to play this one to Hinchin. Hinchin spikes down low looking for LaFontaine down there. LaFontaine unable to win that race as this one is played all the way down and should be icing here. If Hinchin's able to beat the race, he's not able to do so. Running to the wall there on a good aggressive sprint by Connor Durgan. Good recovery here by Albrecht as LaFontaine is bumped down from behind, but he took the hit to make the play and worked it into the neutral zone. Into the neutral zone once more. Albrecht settles on his backhand. He'll look to play it softly to LaFontaine. He wasn't able to do so. Now he'll curl away from some pressure, gain the zone, and play it around the boards. Last 37 seconds of the period as we're in the last minute of play, brought to you by La Quinta Inns and Suites. Hand pass along there. No hand pass in the defensive zone, obviously, as here is Subri now on the ice. Subri can't reverse it down low. He stepped on the puck as it's in the offensive zone. Farmer couldn't pull it free in the last 20 seconds. Looking to come along with it. Here's Durgan. Gains a zone. Drop pass there. A shot easily held there by Shaw. As that came off the stick of Cody Antonini at the blue line. And we'll get the whistle. 16.7 seconds remaining. First period. No score between the Wildcats and the Warriors. It'll be Falconer to take the draw against Cam Jorgensen. Face-off here is Matt Cook. Cook sends this one the length of the ice. Home run pass to Farmer. Breakaway. Last 10 seconds. Here's Farmer all alone. And a glove save there by Howitt. Great feed from Cook. Great race there by Farmer. And a better save to match by Tiger Howitt. Farmer, not for the first time, going in on a rush, using his speed there. He faked forehand, went backhand, back to the forehand, and tried to go top shelf. But Howitt read it all the way in the last 6.3 seconds of the period, as that would have been a good way to end this first frame for the Wildcats. Off the draw, they tie up. Cook in the last 2 seconds, down low. This is behind the net, and the horn will sound, and that'll do it for the first period of action. Fairly even first period of play after the Wildcats opened up on the front foot in the first 3 or 4 minutes. No score at the end of one period of play. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have highlights from yesterday's 3-0 win over the Minnesota Wilderness and an intermission report as well as a look around the league and the Jerry Sporting Goods out-of-town scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. It's Wildcats Hockey, presented by Armored Roofing on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Check, check. Checking 1, 2, 3. 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 Check 1, 2, 3. Microphone check. Checking 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. Checking 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. Here on rink number 2 in Blaine, Minnesota. At the end of one period of play, Wildcats nothing, Michigan Warriors nothing as well. As shots on goal in that first period are, according to Point Streak, 12-10 in favor of the Wildcats. That sounds a bit more accurate than the 3-1 that they had. Checking 1, 2, 3. Initially. Checking 1, 2, 3. Apologize for the technical difficulties we've been experiencing this morning. We believe they should be all sorted out now. We're aware that the volume was quite low in the first period. We believe we should be all set for the second. As I mentioned, shots on goal, 12-10 in favor of the Wildcats according to Point Streak. However, no score at the end of first, but the Wildcats had a couple of very good opportunities, most notably at the end there. Nick Farmer looking really up for it today as he raced away on a good pass from Matt Cook, a home run effort from just inside the left side of the defensive blue line up to Nick Farmer, racing away at the right side of the offensive blue line, but able to make the save there was the 95 birth year Tiger Howat on a good glove hand on that big left side. Wildcats picked up a 3-0 win yesterday against the Minnesota Wilderness. They're looking to continue that good momentum in here today as Austin Shaw has a solid shutout streak going. It is now at 80 minutes for the young netminder from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. And now we'll revisit that first career start and first career shutout for Mr. Shaw with highlights from yesterday's 3-0 win over the Minnesota Wilderness. Or pass, here's Cook, shot, score! Matt Cook, sniper to the top corner, his first career regular season goal, and the Wildcats take the lead. It's 1-0. Upended, out, it's a backdoor pass, chance, score! APAP, his first career goal, and the Wildcats have a quick 2-0 lead. Wildcats have not been able to clear the zone once in this 2-minute power play. 9:10 remaining in the second. Fly here for the Wilderness. Sent out in front. Saved by Shaw, and another save by Shaw. Holy mackerel, Austin Shaw with a fantastic push from right to left, using that big 6'5" frame to cut down the angle and swallow up that loose puck on the back door. Nice pass there to Beaulieu behind his back. Beaulieu, Alabama Huntsville commit. Right back from Knight. Now Beaulieu holding back door, loading a shot and scoring is Reisinger. Great pass from Austin Beaulieu from the left circle down to the bottom of the right. Reisinger was waiting. He dusted off the puck and slammed it home. Reisinger picks up his second goal of the year. It's a power play tally for the Wildcats, and now it's 3-0. Half wall up to Knight at the blue line. Here's Knight. On a slap shot, now it's Beaulieu again. His shot, oh, and he ran the crossbar. He had a lot of room up top, and he was trying to pick that short side high. 7 seconds remaining. Austin Shaw on his way to his first career North American Hockey League as Farmer will play this up ahead. Farmer with one last chance, and a save by Anderson at the end, but no matter. Austin Shaw, in his first career starts, makes 28 saves on 28 shots. He claims his first career shutout and gets the Wildcats their second win of the season. There you have it, a game that Austin Shaw will remember for the rest of his life, I am sure, as the young netminder picks up his first career win, his first career shutout, in a 3-0 win over the Minnesota Wilderness. It's 0-0 here. Both goaltenders pitching a shutout in the early goings of this contest. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the second period of actions. The teams will start 5-on-5 in the second stanza. Don't go anywhere. It's coming right up after the break on the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Here for the start of the second period between the Warriors and the Wildcats. Two teams changing ends. Wildcats skating from right to left across your screen. That's PDQ across your keyboard if you're joining us on YouTube.com as opposed to YouTube.gov, obviously. Anyway, Warriors coming back the other way, left to right, Q to P. No score. We're skating 5-on-5. Shots on goal in that first period, 12-10 in favor of the Wildcats, as it looks like it'll be APEP to take the draw against Cam Jorgensen. Draw the Warriors control and look to come out with a head full of steam. Here's Marcinek. His shot from an acute angle is easily held there by Shaw. And a little bit extra as some guys coming in to the crease area and the Wildcats protecting their netminder there. So see how chippy this one gets. The Warriors 0-3 thus far in the early stages of this 2014-15 campaign. 3 goals for and just 14 against. 12-10 in favor of the Wildcats on shots in that first period, as I just mentioned. As off the draw, Wildcats trying to fight it free and get one towards the net. They're not able to do so. Behind the net with it, it skitters out towards the front as this one works its way on Austin Shaw once more. And now a lot more in and around the cage of Shaw. Will come to the right of Shaw as Mr. Denbach will try and keep a tight lid on this one. Denbach has a tendency to get a bit over officious at times. We'll see how that one plays out as off the draw the puck is loose, unable to pull the trigger are the Warriors as Kuzmeski touches it ahead. Sheridan one-on-one trying to take it down the middle. Now wide his shot, glove save there by Howitt. Good rush there by Sheridan. That's a low percentage scoring shot, but it changes the venue of play and the Wildcats will get an offensive zone draw as Shaw will get a breather in the first 28 seconds of this second period. Reminder, this second period brought to you by American Classified. It's Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing. We're coming to you from the Blaine Arena, otherwise known as Rink Number 2 at Schwann Super Rink here in Blaine, Minnesota, just north of the Twin Cities. Washed out of the draw here by Pepper was a Warriors skater. As this is one to the half wall by Yeager. Sheridan quickly back to the point in Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski along to Hinchin towards the net off the leg of Oakley as Oakley will take this one towards the corner. Oakley tries to one-hand this one along to Sheridan behind the net. Hinchin will step down and bank it off the wall. To the near side it comes. As first to this one is Kevin Sheridan. Sheridan trying to stash up the wall for Yeager. Yeager with some trouble. Now he's able to try and fish it back to the point, but it was intercepted and is brought forward by Zed Dietrich. Dietrich chips past Kuzmeski, goes in after it. He'll play this one along for Berardinelli, but it's intercepted as Kuzmeski will pick this one back up. Saucer pass up ahead for Sheridan was a little behind him. He has to put on the brakes and can't gain possession cleanly. This one sent hard all the way around. Almost too many men on the ice again by the Wildcats. No icing here, they say, as Shaw will sweep this one along the base plate. Yeager. One just inside his defensive blue line. That's a dangerous pass there, and he almost pays for it as this one is flung into the glove of Shaw. He'll spill it, and then rather than put it on Cook's stick, he'll just hold on, and we'll get the whistle. 18:34 remaining in the second period. No score as of yet. And one of the things that impressed about Austin Shaw yesterday was his willingness and his aggressiveness to explode out from his goal line to cut down the shooting angle. Off the draw, more on that in a second, as that's Ryan Burr serving it back down low to the near side corner. Grote was unable to meet it there, as that's Cam Knight. Little shoulder fake up to LaFontaine, who feeds Albrecht. Albrecht dispossessed here, but Subri is in on the forecheck, unable to gain possession as Grote can't reach this one. Cook flung it right into the body of a Warrior skater, and in it comes to the Wildcats defensive zone. Knight with a solid reverse along to Cook. Albrecht will do the same as now he's tied up in the wall, but not before he played it to Matt Cook, who gives it along to Knight on the far side, and the Wildcats look to start the breakout. Up to LaFontaine. He's run into the wall there, but he was able to poke it ahead. No offside here as Grote will battle with Knight in the neutral zone, and Cook retreats into his own end to corral. Here's Matt Cook behind the net of Austin Shaw, softly off to the near side and Albrecht. Albrecht steps onto it. Has some trouble as this one works its way back to Cook inside the blue line. Cook and Cam Knight, nice touch pass along to Subri. Subri hit from behind, no call coming as that was a legal check. He just lost his feet. He swept it into the offensive zone, but the Warriors are able to gain possession. Here's Staub. Wildcats tag up on a delayed offside here as it's on the stick of Lichtenvoort. Played along to Cody Antonini, and the Warriors will look to come up the ice. This one played behind the cage of Shaw. First to it here is Matt Cook. Matt Cook turned it over as this is the Warriors. Centering feet in front. It's trickling along. Shaw is able to cover up. Great job on the back check there. I think that was Colin Staub tying up Mark McGee on the left side. As centering there was Colin Horton. Wildcats escape another one as Austin Shaw was able to grab that rebound, sitting in a very dangerous area, but he was alert to it. Tracking it well thus far is Austin Shaw. The net off the draw and glove down through traffic off the stick of Mitch Wedding. Nice job there by Shaw. There I mentioned he's tracking the puck well. 17:01 remaining in the second period. 0-0 score as the Wildcats are looking a little bit sleepy here thus far. It is early. Early wake-up call for the Cats this morning. Breakfast at 6:30, on the bus by 7. And it all adds up to an early morning hockey game here, and we thank you for joining us as now here's Farmer trying to explode through the zone. Farmer cutting along. His shot forced wide of the cage there. Farmer looking to be the only Wildcat forward who's really up for it as of right now. Litviak, nice dangle at the goal line towards the front of the net, and it's kicked away. Nichols will corral at the blue line. Thought about playing it towards the net. Litviak will try to put this one down low and chase as this one is cleared, not all the way out, as Nichols will hold the zone. Now it's into the neutral zone. We're trying to step forward as Evans. His shot gloved down there by Shaw, and he'll hold on as Litviak and Evans have a couple extra for each other. Litviak and Evans chirping one another as they head back to the bench. Denbach letting it go thus far. We'll see how long that continues in the last 16, with 16:29 remaining in the second period, and a scoreless hockey game. Off will be to the left of Shaw. To the near side it comes. That's Yeager trying to work it free. Yeager around behind the net. Taken away there by Marcinek. Marcinek walled off it there as this is Shane Kuzmeski trying to work it free. Penalty upcoming, and it's going to be against the Wildcats. It's going to be a slashing call, and it's going to go against Eric Yeager as he will lonely skate over to the sin bin, and the Wildcats 2 for 2 on the PK thus far. Will be back on the Gilmore's Collision Center penalty kill as they'll look to go for 3 for 3 in the early stages of this contest. They killed off 6 penalties yesterday, so they've killed off 8 straight. An improved effort here last 2 games after they had a little bit of trouble with it in the first couple of games here in Minnesota. Marcinek on the power play, trying to spin away from Oakley. Oakley with some dogged defensive work is able to take him off the puck as Cook rolls this one along for Knight. Knight will get there and sweep this all the way down as Sheridan will head in on an aggressive forecheck while shorthanded. He puts Ryan Burr, or rather Doherty, under some pressure. This is touched along and played up the ice by the Warriors. Jorgensen into the offensive zone for Marcinek. Marcinek behind the net there. Marcinek will try to take it away from Cook, and he does so. Marcinek hacked and harried there, but he got it along to Jorgensen. Down low, now Marcinek will get it back. Plays it to the point for Doherty. His shot blocked. Rebound is loose. They can't pull the trigger on the short side. It's Marcinek, and he's forced to the back wall, and then Cam Knight dumps him down from behind. No call upcoming. Might have been a boarding call or something of that, but either way, we play on as behind the net with it is Connor Dugan. Dugan, he's dumped down hard by Matt Cook as well, trying to step out in front. Stuff attempt as the net is off its moorings. Shaw will put it back on its pegs and will play on as play had moved up the ice. Halfway done in the penalty kill are the Wildcats. Knight is able to clear this one, not out of the zone, however, as holding on to it now is Berardinelli. Up to the point. It's a shot towards the net, blocked down and kicks away to the near side corner. Shaw did not see that one. Berardinelli up to the blue line. Slap shot blocked down there by Farmer. He chips, but not out. Held in there by Mitch Wedding. Wedding down low to the corner. Getting it back to the point for Burr. Now it's Wedding once more. Shot through some traffic. Ticks off a stick and just floats high of the crossbar. Ryan Burr plays it behind the net. First to it here are the Warriors. Wanting it at the point is Wedding. As ragging in the corner on the far side is Barbo. Behind the net with it now is Durgan. Durgan tries to spin it out in front. Looking for a teammate there. That was Colin Horton. Now it's up to the point. Sent back down low for Durgan once more. Cook in a foot race trying to beat Berardinelli there, who played it along to Farmer, and Farmer is able to clear the zone as the Wildcats have killed it off as Yeager is out of the box. 3 straight kills for the Wildcats. That's 9 of their last 9, as here is Berardinelli up to the blue line. Wedding, one-timer fought off there by the blocker. Thought that was a high stick there. Denbach said no. Here's Wedding once more. Shot, easy glove save there by Austin Shaw. 14:01 remaining in the second period. Still a 0-0 scoreline between the Wildcats and the Warriors. Special welcome to all the Michigan Warriors fans tuning in today. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com, and for the Wildcats fans joining in, it's Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Draw, swung cross ice to Albrecht. He'll field it off the sidewall. Albrecht looking to take it all the way around. It's stick towards the middle. Here's LaFontaine. His shot off a stick and gets the glass. Couldn't settle it cleanly, and that might have had something to do with that shot going over the bar. Nice interception there by Albrecht in the neutral zone. Wildcats tag up, and will head right back in as Subri will go to put Doherty under some pressure. Cody Antonini up ahead for Grote. Grote's cross ice pass. It's taken there in the neutral zone, but Townsend will intercept for the Wildcats. Pitched it along to LaFontaine. Put it right back to the near side for Albrecht, and Subri will one-hand this one towards the near side corner. Grote first to it there on his backhand. He pitched it off the back wall, and Michigan will look to start up the ice once more. Nichols beaten there, but this will be, they'll wave the icing off. Really not sure why. That's an interesting one from the linesman, but nonetheless, the Wildcats are able to gain possession and clear the zone. Wedding. He'll race it forward. Tries to take it wide. Now he has a step. Puck skipped over his stick when he was getting ready to pull the trigger, as now with it up at the point, it's a shot blocked down in front there by Eric Yeager, as LaFontaine will spank this one off the near side boards. LaFontaine coming to the bench for a change. Oakley will jump on as the Air Force line is out there for the Wildcats. That's Yeager, Sherazin, and Evan Oakley, as here is Jake Townsend playing it to the near side for Nichols to move it ahead. Nichols finding Oakley through the middle. Here's Oakley looking to dance through a few. Oakley does. Puck loose in the slot there. Sherazin couldn't reach it first. Yeager the first to it. He'll curl around at the top of the zone. Plays it off to the near side. Kuzmeski. His shot towards the middle, and that was sticked away there as looking for a deflection was Yeager. Yeager starting to come into his own and get a little bit more comfortable here in the North American Hockey League after he missed the first few games with a lower body injury. And he also had to deal with an illness. So Yeager was a bit delayed getting started, but he's looking to open his account thus far. Oakley on the forecheck along with the aforementioned Yeager, and we're going to get a penalty upcoming here, and it's going to be against. It's a hooking call. Looks like it's going to be against the Wildcats again. Nope, it's going to be against the Warriors, so the Wildcats will head to the power play for the second time this evening. 11:57 remaining in the second period. We'll see Beaulieu, Apap, Farmer, Knight, and Cook come out here for the Wildcats. No score, just inside 12 minutes remaining in the second period. Apap won it. Here's Cook. Looking to play it somewhere. He's under some pressure. Couldn't reverse to Beaulieu, as now it's behind the net where Farmer will take it. Farmer under some pressure there from Lichtenvoort. Lichtenvoort has it, but he's tied up by Beaulieu, as Beaulieu can't stash it back to the point. Trying to pull his stick free, and doing so and clearing all the way down was Ryan Burr. Shaw off the high glass. Fielded there cleanly by Beaulieu. Beaulieu, ridden hard into the wall there. Should have been a penalty. None was coming up. And Denbach. And now Knight getting a little bit extra as he came to the aid of Beaulieu. Denbach missed a blatant boarding call there and then had to rush in to keep things from boiling over. Down on the ice, it looks like he's getting back to his feet all right, so no harm, no foul in terms of injury. The Wildcats had the puck in the offensive zone, but now it'll be pulled outside. 11:29 remaining in the second period. 1:32 remaining in the Wildcats power play, their second of the day. Take the draw. Back to Townsend. He'll take it off the toe of his skate and play this one softly in, and an onside play as Litviak and Staub will pursue. Swept around to the far side. Racing along there is Cook. He tries to step down from the point. He does so. Reverse back to the near side now, as first to this one and sending it all the way down is Horton. Here's Cook. up the ice. Oakley had overskated it. Staub will step onto it and get it to Oakley. Flung cross ice. Litviak trying to race there. He wins that one. Ridden hard into the wall awkwardly, but Staub is the first to it. Up to the point for Townsend now. Walking towards the middle. Stash back along to Litviak, top of the circle. Litviak down for Staub. Staub, bad angle look. He tries to stuff there, and Howitt makes the save. 10:47 remaining in the second period. 0-0 the score still, as the Wildcats have another 50 seconds of power play time remaining. Sitting in the box for the Warriors. It was a hooking call. Man on the far side is Lichtenvoort, I believe. As check that, it's Andrew Barbo. Staub will take the draw for Wichita Falls. He wins it back. It's Cook, back to Townsend, right back to Cook, top of the left circle. Cook, softly wide of the cage there, looking for Litviak on the carom. He'll pick it up and curl away on the far side. Litviak now dusts off the puck. Nice little move there to create some space. He finds Cook near side blue line. Cook, Townsend, middle of the point. Townsend, now to Litviak in the circle, holding. Wanting to pull the trigger on a shot, but it was blocked, and it's knocked away to the far side wall. Litviak will recorral, however, to Townsend quickly. Townsend, one-timer, pops up into the air. Staub can't find it, and it's picked up there and brought forward and sent all the way down by the Warriors in the last 15 seconds of the kill. Townsend, quickly up ahead to Matt Cook. Cook delays briefly, as he'll play this one softly down. No icing here, but that'll do it in the last 5 seconds of the Wildcats power play. Sent all the way down, or not all the way down, as it was gloved down by Cook in the neutral zone. Wildcats have to wait to tag up at the blue line as Falconer was in on a forecheck. Farmer with a shot spilled, and Sherzin couldn't knock it out of midair, as here's Matt Cook now at the goal line. Cook towards the front of the net off a skate there. That was Grote, who almost put it into his own net. Sherzin, bad angle look. It's still loose at the doorstep, and Falconer stashed it just wide. Here is Sherzin once more. Back up to Farmer at the point. He settles in his skate. Slap shot blocked there. He's going to have to recover here as trying to race away. It's Durgan. He'll gain the red line and dump in as the Wildcats catch a break as Shaw rolls this one off the glass. Grote, slap shot towards the net, rebound, look out, Shaw trying to regain position, and it's flung just wide of the cage as Shaw put it right on the stick of Grote, and Grote hammered it towards the net as Shaw was just able to regain position. Here's Farmer now to Sherzin. Sherzin puts on the brakes, takes a hit up high there, as no call up coming as he looks over to the referee. That's another one that Denbach has let go. That might have been a call. How about that? I said Denbach has a tendency to be over-officious. He's letting almost everything go now. Into the middle of the ice, LaFontaine will have it for the Wildcats, and he'll curl up ice. LaFontaine finds Albrecht. He took a bump up high, but here's Albrecht in the slot. His shot and a glove save by Howitt. They're trying to pick that top corner on the glove side of Howitt, but Howitt's got it covered all day. They got to start shooting somewhere else. 8:44 remaining in the second period. 0-0 still the score between the Wildcats and the Warriors. Softly to the left of Tiger Howitt, 6'3", 220 pounds, out of Brighton, Michigan. One of 12 Michigan players in the starting 20 for the Warriors today. Trying to pull his stick free there was Albrecht. He couldn't do so to hold possession, as this one is off the back of the cage and brought forward by the Warriors. Nice bump there by Subri, as this is batted out of midair by Nichols, but bringing it forward are the Warriors. Onside play, as this one will sneak out, and that will be blown dead. Was unable to hold the zone there was Brandon Wolf on the left side. Ranger, Indiana native. Had some trouble with it. And we'll get the neutral zone draw. Off the face-off, here is Cole Nichols as we tick towards 10:30 in the morning here in Blaine, Minnesota. Townsend, look out. This could be a bit of a sticky situation for Nichols. Shaw left it behind. Nichols will pick it up with a full head of steam and look to motor forward. Nichols, nice little rush here by Nichols as he'll gain the zone. His shot kicked away there on the far side. Oakley had his stick tied up as Townsend will stash this one back down low. Nichols retreats back to the point here as getting involved now down low. It's Eric Yeager. Sherzin has it. Sherzin is able to play it briefly, but it's taken away there and brought forward by Lichtenvoort. Lichtenvoort down the middle. He'll trade places, now take it wide towards the net. Shaw makes the save and covers up. 7:50 remaining in the second period. 0-0 the score between the Wildcats and the Michigan Warriors, as Shaw is stretching his shutout streak. It's over 90 minutes now, as it's getting to 92 minutes and 10 seconds thus far. Hey, Pap. Draw going against Cody Custer. Towards the net, it's kicked away there by Staub. Back towards the net, puck loose in the slot. It's picked up by the Wildcats and turned over again. Turnaround chance, it's hooked out in front. Still loose in the slot, and Shaw is able to get a left pad to it. He didn't know too much about that one. A little bit of a scramble there in front of the net. There's been a few of those tonight, and the Wildcats, or this morning I should say, and the Wildcats have been able to avoid tragedy thus far. Here's Beaulieu, left it behind. Apap took it off his stick as Beaulieu was getting ready to pull the trigger. Apap and Beaulieu try to work it free in the corner. Beaulieu has it now, looking to stash back to the point. Instead, he'll try to curl away from the check, serve it down low for Apap, and go to the front of the net. Apap behind the net now. Can't step away there from Doherty. Helping out down low was Colin Staub, as this will move to the far side for Beaulieu. Beaulieu ridden into the wall there by Custer. He fights off the check, showing good strength for his size as Austin Beaulieu. Beaulieu, as Kuzmeski started to pinch down, thought better of it, and it's a good thing he did, because now rushing back the other way, here comes Berardinelli. Berardinelli back towards the middle. Good stick there by Shane Kuzmeski, as there was a streaking man, Dietrich, down the middle of the ice. Here's Kuzmeski getting involved in the rush. Back up the other way. Here come the Warriors. It's Berardinelli. Hinchin in the middle. Berardinelli, his shot saved by Shaw. Rebound spilled. Shaw with another save, and he's able to swallow up the rebound. 6:37 remaining in the second period. Hinchin with a good recovery play there after Kuzmeski had gone in deep in the offensive zone on the rush. Staub helping out on the back check, kept that from being a real dangerous situation, and Shaw was equal to the task. No score, as we'll get back to the play here, as it's Cook in the near side. Cam Knight nicely through the middle for Alex Falconer. Falconer looking to motor along. Falconer, drop pass. Here's Farmer loading. Shot in, a glove save there by Howard again. Third or fourth time Howett's really flashed the leather, and the second or third time that Farmer has been trying to pick that side, and Howard has beaten him. Like I said a few moments ago, got to start shooting somewhere else. He's got that glove side covered. Draw. Falconer won it back to Knight. Knight got it along to Farmer, top of the right circle, towards the net, off the leg of Mark McGee, and goes away to the wall. This sent all the way down. Will it be icing here? It will be icing indeed, as Knight is the first to it. Bench not happy. They thought that Knight took his foot off the gas. So 6:10 remaining, and the Wildcats will have another offensive zone draw. Still no score, as we skate 5-on-5. It's picked up by Mitch Wedding. He'll reverse it along to his D partner, Andrew Barbeau. Barbeau back to Wedding. Leaving it there was Barbeau, as McGee will play this one onto the stick of Farmer. Wildcats tag up at the blue line and come back in on the onside play, but they're not able to grab possession quite yet. Falconer put his man under some trouble there, as did Farmer. He can't stash it low, as Falconer tries to dig it free to the point. Townsend towards the net, knocked wide of the cage, as here's Albrecht in the near side corner. He'll reverse it down low for Farmer. Going to the front of the net is Albrecht. Albrecht trying to tuck it home, and he wasn't able to do so. Townsend will hold this one at the blue line and just skitters over the paint, and the Wildcats will have to tag up. Here's Cole Nichols. He'll rag it along and give it back to Townsend. Townsend quickly up the ice for LaFontaine. He pitches it high up in the air to the near side corner, as Albrecht will go in after it. Nichols can't hold the zone on a bouncing puck. Subri with some trouble there. He'll look to play it up the ice, and now he'll curl up the ice himself. Puts it on his backhand, bounces it wide of the cage, as getting a blocker to it there was Howitt, just to ensure that it was sent wide to the wall. Subri can't win it back to the point. Now it is back to the point, and Nichols. He'll pull it off the wall towards the net, deflected and caroms away, as that was Albrecht up in front of the net. LaFontaine to Nichols once more, skipped over his stick blade, and the Wildcats will have to retreat, as the fourth line will come to the bench for a change. Here's Townsend to the middle of the ice, hitting Sherazin, has Subri in the middle. Sherazin at the circle, putting it towards the net, and Subri was tied up, and the net is off its moorings. As a good setup there goes begging, with 4:43 remaining in the second period. But the Wildcats forward starting to wake up a little bit more, getting a bit more creative as the line shuffling is starting to pay dividends. Subri was out there at the end of a shift, and he was tied up as he was racing toward the left-hand post. Whistle and the face-off as the net was dislodged. Jaeger to take the draw here against Cam Jorgensen. Rolling it around the glass. Hinchin will send it back whence it came, down low. Behind the net with it, here is Oakley, looking to spin it around. Instead, he'll put on the brakes in the corner. Oakley stashes it around behind. Kuzmeski looked like he wanted to go down there to pinch it. Now he does hold on to it. Kuzmeski towards the back door. There was nobody home, and Oakley will pursue on the far side. Oakley, ridden off there was Sherzin. Someone lost a glove in the process as this is picked up by the Wildcats as Yeager reverses for Sherzin. Sherzin looking to play it out in front. Oakley was there at the doorstep. Here's Sherzin once more. Wanting it is Kuzmeski. Sherzin turnaround shot easily sticked away there by Howard. Dash out in front. He's tied up behind the net. Picking it up off the wall was Kuzmeski, but it was a bouncing puck and he couldn't settle it cleanly. He's under some pressure from Durgan. He'll bank it off the wall, but it's picked up there by Marcinek for Michigan. Step forward now are the Warriors. Marcinek can't stash this one all the way in low as Staub picks it up and will look to motor ahead. Staub fights through a check, still with possession. Staub still with possession. Great skate here by Staub. He'll take it wide as the Wildcats are in the midst of a change. Staub ridden off it behind the net, as that was Ryan Doherty who took him off the puck. APAP along to help out now, as in the near side corner, the Wildcats pull it free in the form of Matt Cook. Matt Cook can't stash down low, but on a second look, APAP gets it to Beaulieu. Beaulieu has Staub at the right circle. Beaulieu tries to pick the short side, and he skied it up over the bar. He had some room over that shoulder, but just got a little too much mustard on it, a little too much air, and 3:17 remaining in the second period. The faceoff will come into the neutral zone. APAP to take the draw here. Line of Beaulieu, APAP, and Staub has yet to gel completely in terms of puck movement and creating an offensive chance. Some individual skill has been shown. Deflected up and out of play. We'll get another neutral zone draw coming in the last 3 minutes of the period. Say this, both goaltenders have been solid. Tiger Howard has been very strong in net, making a couple of very good glove saves. Stuff will be just in front of the Warriors bench. Cam Knight takes it off the face-off and gets it along to Matt Cook. Cook along to Knight now once more. Knight, his head up, he gets it to Staub. Staub slams on the brakes. Wants to play it to Knight. He couldn't get it to him, but Beaulieu has it now in the corner. Beaulieu looking to walk all the way around. Puts on the brakes behind the net. Nice little stick handle there to maintain control. Now he's bumped off it. Still maintains possession. It's played back to the point for Cook. Stashed off the wall for Staub. Staub tries to play down low for Beaulieu. Beaulieu there as APAP takes it as well. Staub comes along to help out as this line's trying to cycle. Staub stashed off the wall for APAP again. APAP separated from the puck as looking to skate forward. It's Grote. Good stick there by Cam Knight on a great interception. Here's APAP at the top of the left circle. Wanted to play a shot, now back towards the middle, and Farmer had his stick tied up. Litviak on it there on the far side. Picking it up here is Farmer. Farmer back down for Litviak. Litviak trying to play it out in front. Puck still loose at the doorstep. Unable to get it there were the Wildcats, as this one is played out by the Warriors. Trying to step forward is Grote. Grote gains a zone. Ridden into the wall there nicely by the Wildcats defenseman. Or rather, that was Alex Falconer, the centerman. Here is Matt Cook. The ice for Falconer. Falconer trying to one-hand it along to Farmer in some space. Here's Farmer at the circle, back in front for Litviak, and he wasn't able to pull the trigger as it just skipped over his stick, as that was a golden opportunity for Nikita. Trying to step away here are the Warriors. Forced wide, nice block there by Townsend. It's stashed back out in front for Wedding at the middle of the blue line. Wedding along to Barbeau. Slap pass goes wide of the cage. Litviak unable to poke this one free as Wedding held the zone, but now on a second look, Nichols will clear the zone. He got some help from Litviak as he punched it along, as Litviak tries to pull it free along with Falconer right in front of us. It's worked free and brought forward here by the Warriors. This is Dietrich towards the front of the net. He's tied up there as this is brought forward. That was Bartonelli as Townsend plays his cross ice looking for Litviak as the Wildcats are in the midst of a change. Wedding, home run pass. This is going to be icing here as Townsend just beat his man back, as Townsend and Bartonelli have a little bit extra. Face-off coming in the offensive zone of the Wildcats. Minute 5 remaining in this second period. Still no score, as both goaltenders looking strong in net thus far. Subri will take the draw, fourth line out here to end this period. Ball start on the draw. Washed out here is going to be Cody Custer. We'll do it again. It looks like it'll be Zed Dietrich to step in and take the draw. Check that. It'll be Berardinelli taking it against Subri. Won by the Warriors, as tied up here was Dietrich, as the Warriors will look to skate ahead. Coming forward with it, that was Custer. He'll chip it off the glass and going after it. Cook, first to it here. He tries to play it away from everybody. It's stashed out in front where it's taken by the Wildcats. Flung back to the near side for Albrecht in the last 45 of the period. Here's Albrecht looking to play it all the way around. He'll skate all the way around as the Wildcats gain the zone. Albrecht up to Cook in the last 40 of the period as we're in the last minute of play, brought to you by La Quinta Inns and Suites. Here's Albrecht swinging it down low. Subri has it behind the net now. Quickly along to LaFontaine. LaFontaine chips off the glass as now it's Albrecht. Albrecht for LaFontaine once more. LaFontaine looking to curl around. Backdoor pass looking for Cam Knight. He was in his skates. 22 seconds remaining. Here's Cam Knight looking to shake it out in front. All the way around. Here's Cam Knight. Turnaround chance and a shoulder save there by Howitt. As tumbling down to the ice on the backside there was Subri. 12 seconds remaining in the period. This is not going to be icing here as LaFontaine was the only man back for the Wildcats with 6 seconds remaining. Cook looking to motor ahead. Will he get one more chance? 3 seconds remaining. Here's Cook. He'll just hold on to it. Now center, and the horn sounds as that'll do it for 2 periods of play here from rink number 2. Good action and good goaltending from both sides. Still scoreless here after 40 minutes of play. We'll step aside momentarily and come back. You're watching Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Minutes in the books, 20 more is still to come on the other side of the intermission. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network, bringing you Wildcats Hockey. This breakfast edition is, as always, presented by Armored Roofing. We're in Blaine Arena, otherwise known as Rink Number 2 at Schwann's Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota, wrapping up the North American Hockey League Showcase. Wildcats are 2-1-0 on the showcase thus far, looking to make that 3-1-0. They went 2-1-1 in the showcase last year, culminating in a 5-1 loss against the Austin Bruins. They'll be hoping to finish on a much different note here today. Shots on goal in that period were 13-10 in favor of the Wildcats. That adds up to 25-20 in favor of Wichita Falls in the contest thus far. Austin Shaw's shutout streak is now at 100 minutes even. We'll see if he can stretch that to 120 and start the season with back-to-back shutouts. Quick look at the Jerry Sporting Goods out-of-town scoreboard here as Odessa is taking on Johnstown in another early game. They're in the second intermission there. 3-2 the score in favor of the Jackalopes, and the Johnstown Tomahawks have gotten off to a rough go of it in the early goings of the 2014-15 campaign and really had trouble doing, well, much of anything in the early outset of this season. They got shellacked 8-2 last night by Austin. They lost to Topeka 4-0. They did claim a win against Aberdeen to open the showcase 3-2, but they're only 1-3 on the year thus far. Check that 1-2, and they're looking to rebound from that 8-2 loss, which happened last night. Corpus Christi, the other morning game going on, as they're battling 2-2 against the Keystone Ice Miners. Ice Miners also having a bit of a rough go, so Pennsylvania needing to pick up their game here. The Minnesota teams have looked good at this North American Hockey League showcase, as it is 2-2 with about 5 minutes remaining in the second period there. Elsewhere around the South Division, Lone Star will take on Janesville at 12:15. Rio Grande Valley will take on the Sioux Eagles at 12:30. Amarillo will take on the Springfield Junior Blues at 12:45, and at 6:45 tonight, Topeka takes on the Kenai River Brown Bears. That's the out-of-town score, Jerry Sporting Goods out-of-town scoreboard report for the South Division. As that will do it for a quick intermission report. When we will step aside, when we come back, we'll have the third period of action right here from Schwann Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota. Don't go anywhere. It's Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Minutes remaining to separate these two teams as we are getting set to get back to the action. We'll skate 5-on-5 as the puck is down and we're underway in the third period. Brought to you by American Classified. Score still 0-0 as the Wildcats trying to find one to take the lead here as it's sent all the way down and should be icing. They waved it off at the last second. What is Tolio doing? That's the second or third time he's just arbitrarily waved it off. On the way, bringing it forward, here's Colin Staub as this is a shot towards the net off the leg. Beaulieu bumped off it there, but he maintains control. Beaulieu. And the near side half wall. Nice little stick handle there, but he's taken off it. Lunging down to the ice was Apap. He couldn't maintain control. As bringing it forward and chipping it in deep there was Marcinek. Here's Staub. He'll get to the red line and just slam on the brakes and pitch this one softly in. He'll come to the bench for a change. As racing onto the puck now for Michigan is Berardinelli. It's now on the tape of Mitch Wedding. Wedding, hard pass through the middle, getting a stick to it in the neutral zone was Custer, as Shaw will stop this one and direct it onto the blade of Cole Nichols. Nichols with some trouble behind the net. Falconer trying to come along and dig it free. Townsend has it after Falconer poked it loose. Falconer skating over the blue line. Back to the near side for Farmer. Here is Farmer putting it back towards the middle. He was looking for Albrecht there. And as a bit of a line shuffle here as Albrecht is out with Falconer. Here's Albrecht, his shot, rebound. Falconer stashes it towards the corner. Stop at angle. Look, it's off the outside of the net. Rather, that was Farmer. Farmer out there with Albrecht and Falconer. Interesting one here. They might just be in the middle of a change, and yes, they are. As trying to work it loose, here is Farmer. Farmer in front for Yeager. Yeager shot, saves, rebound is just covered up. As waiting on the doorstep was Yeager. 18:27 remaining in the third period. Still no score here between these two teams. Reminder, the third period brought to you by American Classified. It's Wildcats Hockey, presented by Armored Roofing, and we'll see if they keep a line shuffle going on here. We saw Albrecht out there with Farmer and Falconer instead of Nikita Litviak. And we'll see where Litviak will slot in this third period as Albrecht, a big strong body, joining another couple of strong guys in Farmer and Falconer. Nice little play there by Kuzmeski to send the man careening into the wall of his own accord, as this is a dangerous pass by Cherizin, but he was just able to sneak it over the line and down the ice. Yeager in on the forecheck. Bumped along there for Ryan Doherty of Michigan. Held in momentarily as Oakley plays this one in deep. The Wildcats will tag up, and Cherizin will go in after it. Behind the net of Howlett was Doherty. He played it along to Antonini, and Antonini will start to look up ice. Yeager in the neutral zone. Can't get the puck back as the Wildcats turn it over. Here's Grote. A shot, saved and held. Rebound, now it's knocked away. And Oakley will stash this one up to the point, and it trickles out into the neutral zone and all the way down the ice. First to it here is going to be number 14, Cody Antonini. Antonini up ahead. Now stepping onto it, here's Grote. His shot sticked up to the protective netting with 17:27 remaining in the third period. A 0-0 score between the Wildcats and Warriors. Ben Horner with you, coming to you live from Blaine, Minnesota, as Tyler Grote has had a couple of good shifts to start this period. Shots on goal, 25-20 in favor of the Wildcats through 2 periods of play. This one chipped towards the front of the net. Wildcats can't clear it out. Slap shot, blocked down, trickles wide of the cage. Bad angle look, it's off the outside of the net and pops high and wide. Behind the net, Subri can't pull it free. Subri is out there with Litviak and LaFontaine, so Litviak is indeed playing on the fourth line. No icing here, as Litviak was close enough to the dots. Play it off to the far side. Cook back towards the net. It was wide of the cage. Back it comes to the near side, where it's bumped along the boards by Mark McGee, as hustling back is Matt Cook. Bumped off the wall for Cam Knight. 16:50 remaining in the third period, in a scoreless third period here in Blaine. LaFontaine up to Subri. Subri skates into some traffic, loses the puck. Litviak will grab it there, spins away from a check, loses the puck, and Cam Knight will have to re-corral in the neutral zone. Townsend out onto the ice there, as Knight will be looking to come to the bench for a change as well. Litviak, too many dangles there. He needed to just chip it deep, as this one is turned over as the Wildcats complete their defensive change. Cole Nichols bumps his man into the wall, but that was Colin Horton who was able to dump it down low, as the Cats are in the midst of a change, as out comes Staub, Apap, and Beaulieu. Staub poked it ahead for himself. He'll hustle after it. Can't reach it first, as this is bumped off the wall and played farther by Jorgensen. Good step there by Nichols to keep play alive momentarily, but now it comes back the other way. Here's Marcinek trying to race down the middle as a man. Marcinek, bad angle look, saved. Rebound spilled there by Shaw, as this one is onto the stick of Jurgen. Kick towards the net. Shaw makes a save. Rebound, and it's knocked away to the back wall, as Shaw is spilling some rebound into some juicy areas right now. Beaulieu will chip this one ahead, as he couldn't fish it forward for Apap. It comes onto the stick of Cole Nichols. Nichols up ahead to Albrecht. Albrecht It's Apap in stride. Apap tries to go back to Albrecht. It was behind him, so Albrecht has to go to the corner to pursue. Albrecht, strong on his skates, he wins this one back, as getting out there are Falconer, along with another man, that is Farmer, tipping it towards the net. It was towards the cage. Now this is kicked along, and Hinchin can't hold it at the blue line. As Hinchin quickly up the ice to Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski fed along for Farmer. Farmer, his shot saved, held, and Howitt will get the whistle. As this line is starting to gel and create some offensive chances. 15:22 remaining in the third period. The score is still 0-0 between these two teams. Falconer will take the draw as he'll go against Jorgensen. Face-off. Farmer tries to poke it towards the net. It's an 8-on-8 battle. Is trying to step forward here with Berardinelli. Berardinelli barely onside as Berardinelli has it back, plays it towards the front of the net. It's in some skates as Kuzmeski has it and won't play it up to Farmer on the left wing. Here's Farmer on his offhand. He puts on the brakes, tries to play it towards the net. It's blocked. Back towards the net once more, and Falconer kicked it away to the corner. Falconer will re-corral. He's hooked off it there as Kuzmeski serves it down low for Sherazin. Sherazin around behind the net, looking to go somewhere with it. He's hooked off it there legally so, but he'll come away with it. Here's Sherazin, shot, scores! What a solo effort by Kevin Sherazin. He makes it 1-0, the first goal of the game, and the Wildcats take the lead. What a solo effort there from Kevin Sherazin. He fought through the check, curled towards the front of the net, and snuck his shot through the body of Howitt, and the Wildcats lead 1-0. Sherazin making a case for Player of the Week. That's his third goal of the showcase. Here's Cam Knight off the draw as the Wildcats will look to build on this lead here. Cross-ice pass was dangerous. Here's Oakley trying to play it towards the front of the net. Deflects just wide as Yeager tries to get a blade to it. Wasn't able to do so, as trying to step along here is Ryan Burr. It's Cook. Banked off the wall. Sherazin will hustle in after it. 1-on-3. He waits for some guys to get in his offensive zone. Sherazin loses an edge as he was off, and a big bump there by Oakley. Played up to the neutral zone where the Wildcats will re-corral. It's Yeager. 4:55 the time of that goal. It's the first goal of the contest as Sherazin, the Air Force Academy Falcon commit, was able to get that one. We'll see who they give the assist to as this is played off the glass and the Warriors still can't corral. It's Yeager coming back into the offensive zone. Yeager, nice toe drag towards the front of the net. LaFontaine was waiting for it and it was kept away from him. LaFontaine couldn't stash it up to the point. Trying to step along here and moving forward. Here's Dietrich. Dietrich, his shot goes wide of the cage. Karam's off the back wall to be picked up by Cam Knight. Rolled around the glass. Litviak touches this one along to no one in particular. As this is played through the middle, look out, here's a broken play as a shot and a score by Colin Horton as the Wildcats lost their man at the blue line, and just like that, it is 1-1. So Austin Shaw's shutout streak ends at 106 minutes and change. We are back where we started, 1-1. On a clean break from the blue line in. After LaFontaine turned it over in the offensive zone. Trying to move it forward now. It's Barbo. Barbo run into the wall there as Townsend will play this one behind for Nichols to stash farther for Austin Beaulieu. Beaulieu, skittering puck there as he's unable to clear the zone quite yet. Nichols behind the net. Here's Townsend. Can't get it up to Staub. Apap now. On the near side half wall, it's stashed farther by Horton. Townsend the first to it here for the Wildcats. Played back to the near side. On the defensive half wall, it's Colin Staub. He'll curl away from the forechecker there as trying to move forward. Colin Staub has it and will motor up the ice. Has Beaulieu to his right. Staub with a head full of steam. Here's Staub. Drop for Beaulieu. His shot well wide of the cage as that might have been delivered by Austin. Pass up to the near side. It's off the stick of Jonathan Evans as Falconer will curl away, get to the red line. He gets sandwiched there, but not before he played the puck in deep. Warriors have it here and will look to start up the ice. Energized here is Michigan as this one is played in by Connor Durgan. Durgan behind the net, pressed into the wall there, but not before he played a pass along to a teammate as that was Cam Jorgensen. Jorgensen Go in pursuit of this one as Durgan gets involved behind the net as well. Two-side battle is won by the Wildcats as Nick Farmer stashes this one behind, and Hinchin will try and work it free. This one up and look to move it ahead for the Wildcats as we have 12:15 remaining in a 1-1 tie. Played towards the net of Howitt, rolls up his paraphernalia, and then he'll just cover up as we'll get the whistle. 12:13 remaining in this third period, beg your pardon. Wildcats Hockey presented by Armored Roofing on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Ben Horner with you on a Saturday morning as we tick towards 11 o'clock Central Time, towards noon on the East Coast if you're joining us from there. Yeager will take the draw against Cody Custer. Yeager won it. Here's Cook. Loading shot, scores! Matt Cook sniped off the faceoff into the top corner. His second goal in as many games, and the Wildcats regain the lead. It's 2-1. The Cooks are right next to me, and boy, did they like that one. The Wildcats score right back, and they regain the lead. He had time to settle, and settle he did, and he ripped that one into the top corner. Draw, we're right back to it here as this one is up into the protective netting. And we'll see where they put the face-off. 12:04 remaining in the third period, as that should be Cook's goal from, I believe that was Yeager on the draw. 12:04 remaining in the frame. Neutralized face-off here, right at center ice dot. As here is Townsend. He's dispossessed here as this is picked up by Berardinelli. Berardinelli stashed along to the near side. Oakley tries to chop it out. He's able to do so as now Yeager can't poke it free as Sheridan was trying to step ahead. Yeager does get the assist now, cutting in front. Shaw makes the save, and then he's freight trained there by number 11, Zed Dietrich, and a little bit extra as Sheridan trying to play peacemaker. Shaw works himself out of the net. He got all tangled up there. His stick was speared through the webbing. We'll get the whistle. 11:44 remaining in the third period as Shaw skates to the corner to shake off the cobwebs and resituate himself. 40 scoreless minutes, we now have 3 goals in a span of about 3 minutes. Yeager will take the draw. Quick word with John LaFontaine at the bench from Corey Denbach. Yeager will take the draw against Cody Custer. Custer, shot off the draw right there. That was Dietrich who had an effort. That went high and got the glass. Sheridan couldn't clear. On a second effort, Yeager will regain possession for Wichita Falls. Eric Yeager, incidentally, that's his first point in the North American Hockey League on that assist, as this one is chipped into the near side. Yeager first to it, as he got the primary and only assist on Matt Cook's goal. Townsend gloves this one out of midair, and will look to skate forward. Off to the left wing for Sheridan. Sheridan back towards the middle for Townsend, as the two collide back behind the net. Townsend gets back to his skates, as Oakley has it in the Wildcats neutral zone. Zubri can't grab it. Now Nichols will have to hustle back there. Dietrich won that race and takes the puck away. Nichols is sent right out in front there, and Townsend will grab it for Wichita Falls. Litviak will look to move it ahead. Litviak motoring down the left wing wall. Dangle there. A couple of men tumble down to the ice as Litviak and LaFontaine were trying to occupy the same space, as this is brought forward by Michigan once more. Cutting it towards the middle. Shot save. Rebound in a juicy area. Skitters wide of the cage. Shaw is able to force it wide. Litviak having some trouble with it here. He looks a bit out of sorts in this third period as Kuzmeski is just able to poke this one ahead. Kuzmeski getting hooked off it. No call upcoming here as this one is stashed all the way down the ice. No icing here as Marcinek is going to beat this one back ahead of Austin Hinchin. 10:30 remaining in the third period. Now a 2-1 game. Shot off the outside of the cage and goes wide. To the far side at Karams. Cody Antonini with it in the corner. Poke checked off it there by Kuzmeski. Curls up to Litviak as Litviak gets it to LaFontaine. LaFontaine taking it down the middle. Now his toe drag shot is off a leg and gets the glass. LaFontaine ridden off it there. Hooked down. No call upcoming. He looks back to the referee. Denbach has been letting everything go here in this third period. Here's Cam Knight, as the Wildcats and Warriors are both in the midst of a change. Matt Cook has it out there and plays it along to Cam Knight. As it stands right now, Cook's goal would be the game winner, as there's still 10 minutes left to go in this contest, however. A lot of time left to play. Played down behind the net of Shaw. First to it here is going to be Cook. Mark McGee puts him under pressure and actually takes the puck away along the far side half wall. Now it's Jonathan Evans. Coming away with it, here's Tommy Apap. Looking to motor ahead as Beaulieu to his left. Apap touched along for Beaulieu. Beaulieu dusting off the puck. His shot scores! Austin Beaulieu breaks the duck. He gets his first career goal. And bing, bang, boom, it's 3-1 Wildcats. Great rush there. Apap dropped it off to Beaulieu. He overskated it to load some power into the shot. He gets his first career tally after hitting the post twice in the last two games, and the Wildcats lead 3-1. Beaulieu with an absolute ripper of a wrist shot. The Wildcats lead by a pair now. Farmer in the neutral zone, banks it off the boards, is upended as the Wildcats will go in on the forecheck. Falconer played off the outside of the cage. Back towards the net. It was blocked down in front there. Now a headman pass. Grote sprints ahead. Townsend trying to get back. Nice skate there as he was able to cut in front of Grote. Cutting back in front here. The Warriors shot save. Rebound, and Shaw makes another save as tumbling down to the ice was a Warriors skater. That was Brandon Wolf who got hauled down. Matt Cook from Eric Yeager at 7:49, and then just a few minutes later, it's going to be Beaulieu from APAP. We'll see if they add a secondary assist on that. Face off to the right of Shaw, as off the draw, it's taken by Townsend. He wheels back into his defensive corner and gives it up to head to Oakley. Oakley through the middle now for Sherazin. Sherazin slams on the brakes. Taking it away from him was Ryan Burr, as the Wildcats hold a 3-1 lead now in the third period. Taken away there by the Wildcats, but they weren't able to hold the zone as trying to bring it forward. In doing so, here's Grote. Shot scores through a screen, and Tyler Grote pulls one back and makes it 3-2. Shaw never saw that. Tyler Grote puts it in the top corner. Shaw never saw that one. It's 3-2 now. So, after 40 minutes of scoreless hockey, seems now like every shot is going in. We've had 5 goals within the last 6 minutes of play. Figure that. Subri will be out there to take the draw, as this is now on the stick of Andrew Barbeau. Through the middle, looking for a man there. No icing here, as first to it is going to be Berardinelli. His shot deflects up into the protective netting, and we'll get the whistle. 8:27 remaining in the period. Grote with the most recent score to make it 3-2, after Austin Beaulieu had picked up his first career goal to make it 3-1. Face-off coming to the right of Shaw. Face-off. It's played behind the net. Litviak will pick it up for the Wildcats. Litviak through the middle looking for Subri. Subri will take it back to the near side. Now over the middle of the line. Subri, his shot. Pad safe to a juicy area. LaFontaine has it on his backhand behind the net. Stashes out in front. Gets it right back as Litviak now has it for Wichita Falls. Litviak is checked off it there cleanly. As bringing it up the ice are the Warriors. Wedding banks it up ahead. This is not going to be icing here. Not quite sure why, as Hinchin played it around, but it's taken there, sent out in front. Look out, a man in front. Shot wide of the cage there. That was Antonini stepping down from the blue line. Hinchin, now Litviak will look to settle and play this one up ahead. He turned it over, but it trickles out into the neutral zone as the Wildcats are working on a change. Penalty upcoming here as LaFontaine had his stick slashed out of his hands. Delayed call on. Kuzmeski's shot, save, rebound, and touching up was a Warrior skater, and we'll get the whistle. It'll be a slashing call coming up against the Michigan Warriors. The Wildcats leading 3-2. We'll head back to the power play, their third power play of the night. They are 0 for 2 thus far on the man advantage. Let's see if the Wildcats can stretch their advantage and regain a 2-goal lead here in the latter stages of this third frame. Off the draw, Yeager. He'll hold it off to the far side wall. Now it's Beaulieu on the outside. Beaulieu at the perimeter looks to play it towards Yeager down towards the corner. It's Apap instead. Apap spins away from Burr there. Nice job by Apap. Apap looks to snatch it back to Yeager, who touches it along to Beaulieu. Beaulieu now. He'll play it up tonight at the point. Back to Beaulieu, stepping down towards the top of the circle, loading faking on a shot, back to Knight. Knight held on it, swept it along to Beaulieu again. Beaulieu back down low. Here's Yeager, his shot saved and held there by Howitt. Good puck movement along that left side of the power play. 7:06 remaining in the third period. Cats leading 3-2 as it's a slashing minor to Warriors that has the Wildcats on their third power play of the evening. The goal from Beaulieu came at 10:32 of the third. Tommy Apap and Knight get the assists. As behind the net, here is Farmer. Almost lost his footing, but he played it along to Beaulieu anyway. Here's Beaulieu up to the point in Knight once more. Back along to Beaulieu. Beaulieu holding on it now at the top of the circle. Down low to Farmer. Farmer looking to go in front for Apap as the man sprawls down to the ice to block the play. Here's Beaulieu again. Back up to Knight, middle of the blue line. Knight holding on it. Down low. Looking for a backdoor play was Farmer, and it was sticked away at the last second. Beaulieu, he's upended there. He wasn't able to get it back to the point. Nice recovery here by Yeager to take it away from Colin Horton, as Yeager will use the net as a shield in the last minute of the Wildcats power play. Knight coming up to the near side, tries to dangle through the middle. He's taken down by a couple, and it's sent all the way down with 6:20 remaining in the third and 43 seconds remaining in the penalty. Cody Antonini. Staub looking to lumber ahead. Played it off to Matt Cook. Cook felt the hit coming and he chipped it along as Oakley is the first to it here. Oakley can't step through a check. It's held in by the Wildcats. Cook back door looking for Litviak. Litviak back across ice. Oakley's shot saved. Puck is loose there. Denbach was about to blow the whistle, but Oakley will try to work it free. Cleared. Not out. Nice keep there by Cook at the point. Here's Townsend once more. Looking to play it somewhere. He gets it back to Cook. Cook down low. Now it's Litviak. Litviak dangling. Looking to play it back up to the blue line where it's Townsend now. Townsend along to Cook, middle of the point. They'll trade places. Here's Cook in the last few seconds of the power play. Litviak, we're back to 5-on-5. Sent in front here as Colin Staub didn't have his stick ready. Headman pass to the man out of the box is Antonini. Townsend back in a defensive position to force him wide. Ridden into the wall there was Antonini. He still maintains possession of the puck, but now it's on the stick of Matt Cook, who will bump it along for Townsend as we tick down towards the last 5 of this third period. Litviak. He turned it over. It's towards the cage of Shaw. Skitters wide. Scoreless 40 minutes, and then 5 goals in a 7-minute span as the Wildcats leading 3-2. Here's Grote in front, all alone, his shot blocked. Puck loose there, trying to chop it free are the Wildcats. They can't clear the zone. Here's a slap shot. Goes wide of the cage off a deflection, gets to the glass. Grote slams it around the glass to the far side. It goes. Over there to try and work it free is Colin Staub. He got it along to Townsend, as this is Austin Albrecht looking to step forward. Albrecht, chip to the near side and Farmer. He'll take it off the wall and stride back towards the middle. He was looking for Albrecht, but it was just in front. Albrecht had to let up off the check, or it might have been a hooking penalty, as with 4:30 remaining, Hinchin will corral in his own zone. Off the wall, Hinchin played it off to Kuzmeski. Kuzmeski along to Hinchin now. Hinchin up the ice for Oakley. He took a bump, but he touched it along farther, and is coming away with it. And it's the Warriors. More up ahead comes Michigan. Nice job by Kuzmeski to take his man right off it, as this is picked up by the Wildcats once more. In the form of Sherazin, they'll lumber ahead. Sherazin has Oakley in the middle. He tries to touch it right back, but gets it instead. Shot, deflects, and hits the outside of the cage. Oakley on a bad angle. Puck is loose there, as now Sherazin is dumped down to the ice after they was a little bit late coming in with the stick. And we'll get a whistle here as the Wildcats have another 3:57 standing between them, and a second win in a row and a third win here at the Minnesota Showcase. Faceoff will be to the left of Howitt when we get back to play here. 3-2 the score. Ben Horner with you on FastHockey.com and the Wildcats Broadcast Network. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday morning here, wherever you may be joining us from, as it'll be Yeager, Oakley, and Sherazin out there with Nichols and Townsend. Off the draw, it's picked up by Ryan Burr. He spikes it off the glass, and it's gloved down in the neutral zone by Nichols. Nichols has had a very solid game, kind of coming into his own with a little bit more confidence in the last few weeks. Sherazin, offside play here, as he wasn't able to get the puck into the offensive zone first. 3:40 remaining in the third period, with the Wildcats still leading 3-2. Evan Sherazin got it going in the third period, unassisted at 4:55. A minute 30 later, it was Colin Horton making it 1-1. Then Matt Cook and Austin Beaulieu scored 2 or 3 minutes apart before Tyler Grote made it 3-2 to pull one back for the Warriors. Defenseman as a screen, and Shaw never saw that one. Shaw, by the way, has made 20 saves on 22 shots thus far. Trying to step ahead now. Could be a 2-on-1. Here's Dietrich trying to feed towards the middle. His shot is forced to the outside. Bouncing puck. Behind the net, here's Berardinelli. Beaulieu fans at it. It's up to the point. It's held by Cody Antonini. That was Lichtenvoort down towards the corner, as this is picked up and knocked away here by Berardinelli. Stepping along, it's Dietrich. Backdoor out in front, bad angle look. Unable to get a stick to it there was a Warrior skater, as it's held at the point by Lichtenvoort. Lichtenvoort will serve it down towards the corner. Townsend trying to strip Berardinelli, but Berardinelli has it on the far side. He plays it to Custer. Behind the net with it is Dietrich. Dietrich looking to fan it out in front. Puck loose in the slot, and it's picked up by APAP as Michigan will start a change, as will the Wildcats. 2:40 remaining in this third period. Cats still leading by a goal. Austin Beaulieu and has the goal that might be the game winner if the Cats can hold on. Here's Cook. Got it along to Subri. Subri ridden off on the wall there, but he'll chop it ahead. Interesting to see this fourth line out here right now in a very high pressure spot. Loading on his shot and sending it wide there on a big slapper was Brandon Wolf from the near side. Cam Knight now, first to it. Stashed back behind for Cook. Swept on the boards for Subri. Subri can't clear the zone. Again, a bouncing puck. One hand, he fans at it, and that gets off the boards and down. Not all the way, however. Subri, watch out on that knee, Mr. Subri, as that could have been a penalty. Trying to bring it into the zone were the Warriors, but a good dogged play there by Matt Cook to keep them from gaining entry. Yeager. Now LaFontaine, swept around the kick plate. Coming out of his net to play it there is Howitt. We'll keep an eye on Howitt down to our right with 1:50 remaining in the third period. We'll see when they pull him. Coming back to the near side, Townsend will slap this one back in deep, as the best defense is a good offense for the Wildcats right now. If they can keep the puck in the offensive zone, Howitt won't have a chance to get to the bench. That's what they're doing right now, as Albrecht actually turns it over behind the net to Ryan Doherty. Play it off to the near side. Kuzmeski will stash it back down low. Nice job by him at the left point. Albrecht trying to fight past Doherty. He wasn't able to do so, as Antonini plays it into the neutral zone. 1:20 remaining in the period. Still in possession of the Wildcats, still in the cage to our right is Howitt. Played off to the near side, dangerously so. First to it here is going to be Townsend. A couple of bodies collide in the neutral zone with 1:10 remaining in this period. Slept back across to this side. Falconer will hold on to it as still Howitt is forced into his cage. Kuzmeski back up the ice. This will be a turnover, however, as Andrew Barbaro has it in the last minute of play, presented by Quinta Inzen Sweets. Howitt waiting to get to the net. To the bench. Now he'll come to the bench. Extra attacker on. Shot fought off by Shaw. It trickles just wide of the cage. He had no idea where it was. Puck is still loose. Shot from a bad angle. Shaw shut the door. Net empty to our right. Kuzmeski is unable to clear just yet. Behind the cage with it, Townsend will go to war there. First to it there is Cam Jorgensen. Stashed back around. Behind the net with it once more is Marcinek. First to it here. Sheridan didn't go after it, as here's Dietrich in the last 30. Cats still leading 3-2, desperately clinging to this lead. Up to Wedding at the point. His shot blocked there by Oakley. Unable to clear on a second effort. He will clear softly up the board. Sheridan racing ahead. Net empty. In front, Sheridan holding, scores into the empty net. And that will be that. 4-2, 16.7 ticks. Sheridan, his second of the game, into the empty net. And the Wildcats are looking like they'll head home with 2 points in the bag here against the Michigan Warriors. Nice play there by Oakley to work it out of the zone, as the Wildcats, as they have regained a 4-2 lead. As now it's Knight just ragging off some more time, as this is Matt Cook. Good hard work in this third period by the Wildcats. That sub in the last 5 seconds, top of the circle, shot kicked away to the corner, as we will get the horn as the Wildcats close out the 2014 North American Hockey League Showcase with a 4-2 win over the Michigan Warriors. Good performance all the way around. Kevin Sheridan has just been lighting it up in the last few weeks. The Cats come off the bench. They congratulate Austin Shaw on another job well done. He picks up win number 2 as he made over 20 saves and gave up only a pair of goals. Let's get to the scoring summary before we step off air here. Not much doing in the first and second period. A lot of chances, but goaltenders stood tall in both nets. Kevin Sheridan got things going in the third. 4:55, he gets an unassisted goal. Some great dogged work behind the net. He took it away from his man, fought through a couple of checks, and then snuck it 5-hole to make it 1-0. A minute and 14 seconds later, though, it was Colin Horton making it 1-1 from Mitch Wedding. The Wildcats lost their man at the blue line, and Horton skated in uncontested, and he was able to beat Austin Shaw to break Austin Shaw's shutout streak at over 100 minutes. The Wildcats quickly regained the lead just a minute and 40 seconds later. This time it was Matt Cook sniping the top side in the right corner as Eric Yeager wanted to clean off the draw, as that little announcement gets a woo from a Cook family member down to my left, as I'm sure they're happy to see Matt get a couple of goals here in the last couple of games. The Wildcats then made it 3-1, and as Austin Bolio picked up his first career tally as well. He gets it from Tommy Apap and Cam Knight at 10:32. It was a nice rush as Knight played it up to Apap. Apap left it along for Bolio. Bolio smartly overskated the puck briefly to load some power into the wrist shot and sent it through his screen and past Howitt into the net to make it 3-1. Tyler Grote would pull one back just a minute 20 later to make it 3-2, but that is as close as the Warriors would get, as putting it into the empty net with just a few ticks left in the period was Kevin Sharazin. Sharazin, our number one star of the night. We'll give the number 2 star to Austin Bolio. He had himself a fine game. And Austin Shaw, he'll be our number 3 star this evening as he gets his second consecutive win and 2 starts for Mr. Shaw. That'll be that for us from the North American Hockey League Showcase. Austin Shaw gets the win, making 20 saves on 22 shots. Taking the loss is Tiger Howitt, making 25 saves on 28 shots. Our next broadcast will be Friday, September the 26th at 7:05 p.m. when the Cats are back at the K. Yeager Coliseum to take on the Topeka Roadrunners, who have gotten off to one heck of a hot start here in 2014-15. Cats can do against the Roadrunners next weekend. Until then, I'm Ben Horner saying for all of us here at the Wildcats, thanks so much for listening to this presentation of Wildcats hockey presented by Armored Roofing. Until next weekend, have a good day and take care.